Hey Metal Maniacs, this is Toxical, and you are thrashing it up on Dave Softy's Metal Meltdown on Metal Messiah Radio.
Alrighty, Metal Maniacs, here we go. Please help me welcome to Metal Messiah Radio, hailing from Lisbon, Portugal, from heavy thrash metal band Toxical. Joining us, we have Lex Thunder on lead vocals and guitar, and guitarist Michael Blade.
Yes.
Hello.
What's up, man?
Welcome to the Metal Meltdown, guys. Thank you for this opportunity. I appreciate you.
Thank you,
I
too.
appreciate you being here. And my first question is basically, how have you been out there during this COVID-19?
We are okay, luckily, but we could be better.
Yeah, we're safe, we're healthy, but in these times, it's a good sign that we're safe and healthy.
Yeah, that's most important. And we're here to talk about your latest release called Cursed and Punished. And I see that it's going to be re-released or released on Dying Victims Productions, based in Germany, December 11th, 2020.
Exactly.
And what led you to sign with them? Because I also had noticed that you were on Metal Records prior, where this was actually released through them about a year ago.
All right. The CD was released by Metal on Metal Records in September 2019, but was the CD version. But this year, the Dying Victim Productions, they wanted to release the vinyl of that album. So
that's great.
Yeah,
that's good news. Thank you for telling us and explaining that to us. Yeah, vinyl. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So the version that came out last year, it was a digital version, right? In the jewel case only. So yeah, the vinyl is through Dying
Yeah,
Victim
yeah. Okay, I
Productions.
understand that. So that's good news. That's something definitely worth talking about. Thank you. And I have to tell you
Yeah.
that Cursed and Punished is a kick-ass, heavy thrash metal offering. The sound reminds me in the vocal stylings of like a James Rivera of Hellstar and formerly of Seven Witches. I don't know if you ever were told that, but yeah, that's the sound of your band reminds me of that quite a bit.
Yeah, yeah. I think the Dying Productions promo said that we were a modern version of Hellstar and Jack Panzer. I think so. Yeah, we've kind of been
Yeah,
compared to them
that's pretty cool.
already.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And let's talk a little bit about the history of the band. I see the band formed in 2016, and you were originally named Toxic Room in 2013. What led to the name change to Toxical?
Because we in 2006 before 2016 we were a band that played covers in local venues and bars, and we weren't very professional. We didn't bet on the original songs. So then in 2016 we changed the lineup, and we thought that it was the right time to get serious, to do some original stuff. And yeah, we decided to change the name to Toxical, and also because Toxic Room is not a cool name.
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely Toxical is better.
It's not a catchy name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
And I would also want to congratulate you on your debut offering, Black Sheep, that came out in 2016. And
Yes. Um, that album was a cool release. I think it's not one of our favorites, but it was a necessary album because made us play over 60 gigs in our small country, Portugal. So 60 shows, it's a lot for here. And we did some shows in Spain too because of that album. And yes, it's a bit more commercial, but back in the time it was what we like to hear, what we like to play, and I think that's the most important thing about making music. Do what you love. So yeah, it's a bit different, but yeah, we like it. There are some cool songs in that
yeah,
album
very
too.
cool. And Lex and Michael, you are actually brothers in the band. You really, that's
Yes.
very cool. Different names, but you got your brothers. That's cool. And could you please tell the Metal Maniacs out there who are listening, who makes the rest of the Toxical band, the rest of the lineup? Who else is in the band?
Right now we're only three. It's me, Michael, my brother Lex, and our bassist and team. We don't have like we have Emilio Ramos on the drums too.
But it's not.
Yeah, it's like temporary gig. It's he's helping us out, right?
Yeah, that seems to be
Uh,
He's not really in the band. He's not really in
I,
the band,
yeah,
But maybe he's getting into the
yeah, I
band.
wish you luck with that. I know from talking to bands from Spain, a lot of bands have problems keeping a drummer because of luxury taxes. Does that have anything to do with your drummer, or is it some other reason?
it was more personal than
Okay,
that.
Yeah.
but
I I
but
understand.
yeah, but it's not an easy thing to find a good drummer
Yeah,
here. And one that is committed to the band, right?
I think
Taking
it's more hard to find here a drummer that can play heavy metal, classic heavy metal,
I see.
because it is not really in the heavy metal here is not really famous, So yeah,
yeah,
sometimes it's a bit difficult to find that.
yeah, the heavy metal community, like traditional speed, more old school stuff. There's not a lot of bands. There is quite some few bands, but it's not the trendy
I
style here,
see. Oh,
you
well,
know.
I wish you luck with that situation. And getting back to Cursed and Punished, it's good to know that you had this music already before this COVID pandemic came. So let's learn more about the making of this, like where this was mixed, mastered, and produced, and what studio this was recorded in.
Well, the album was totally recorded at Demigod Recordings with Miguel Teres. He's a producer here, a Portuguese producer. He works with a lot of different bands and Portuguese bands. I don't know every country's bands from every country, right? So we did the recording in May 2019, and we released. I think the album was released September, right?
11 September. Yeah.
Or
11
19. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, it was a nice time recording there. We had lots of fun. We grew as musicians, so
Yeah, and we miss being in studio a
Yeah.
lot.
Very cool. Thank you for explaining that to us. And your cover art for this album has dark imagery. Who designed it and the band logo? If you could tell us about that.
it was an artist, an Italian artist named Velho Jost. He did the cover for Vulture 2,
Enforcer too.
Enforcer. So he does quite a lot of bands, old school heavy metal bands
Very nice.
here in Europe. And he designed the logo too. We wanted the logo drawn. We never had one, so it was Velho
Very
Jost.
nice, very nice. Thank you for that. And due to this COVID that's ongoing and on the rise again, during the past year, let's say, have you been able to focus on new music for Toxicol?
Yeah, we are planning to release quite a lot of music in the next year. We can't really say anything more about it. I think.
Yeah, it's a surprise, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are entering in studio in the next week. So yes, new
This is
music
great
is
news.
coming.
This is great news.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we can have you come back on Metal Meltdown to talk about this when the time is right. And,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
exactly.
there any plan for touring in support of Cursed and Punished in 2021? I know that this pandemic is, like they say, on the rise again, but they're saying that there might be some vaccines available, so there's some hope for the future for shows. But have you anything that you could talk about? Anything lining up for you?
Yes, we hope so because our Cursed and Punished tour was meant to happen in this October of this year, and we had some shows around Europe. We already have I think 3 weeks booked, but then the virus came and yeah, it was not possible to do the tour. So our plans we are postponing for the next year. So I think maybe the next year we're gonna have
I
that
hope
tour.
so for you. Hopefully, this COVID
Yeah.
will be all under control and everyone will be back to their normal lives. Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope so, man.
And let's hope that we can get to
That would be
America
great.
too.
Yeah.
That would be great. Come to New York. We'll do a face-to-face
Yeah.
interview.
Yeah, we are in some conversations. Trevor from the band Hunt. I don't know if you know that band, but he's a promoter too. But yeah, nothing happened because of the virus.
Well, let's hope that changes for you. It sounds promising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the most important things about doing these interviews is how to educate the fans, the ones that are supposedly out there buying merch and supporting the bands that they love. So I want to tell the people out there, I want to suggest to them where would be the best place for them to get some Toxicol merchandise to support Toxicol and to get some merch. So I'm going to give you your Facebook, first of all, facebook.com/Toxicol.
Yeah.
And I don't know if
Exactly.
your homepage is up to date, but I'm going to give that as well. Toxicol.com. Is that still out there? Okay, great.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you said about the vinyl, that'll be on dyingvictimsproductions.bandcamp.com/album/Toxicol.
I was saying that we're gonna have a few copies too, so you could contact us via Facebook or website too. But yeah, mainly in Dying Victims Production Band.
Very good.
I
Very
think.
good. That's good to know. So that's good that you have this vinyl coming out. But besides the vinyl and the CD, what other merch?
Currently, we have a few T-shirts. We have some leftover hoodies from the first line of merch for the Cursed and Punished release last year. We have a few CDs of back catalog, like our EP, The Night Razor.
We have the Black Sheep CD too.
Yeah.
And we have sunglasses too.
Sunglasses. Oh,
Yeah. For the
very
summer.
nice. Do they have the Toxicol logo on that, or how's that look?
Yeah. a small logo, but
That's
it's
nice to
okay.
have that, though. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Especially on the
Yeah,
side
yeah.
yeah,
of
it is.
these. And let's talk about videos. I noticed on YouTube there was a video for the title track "Cursed and Punished." Could you tell us more about this music video? How it was made, as far as director, editor, what studio this is made in, and if you plan on making any future other music or lyrical videos?
Yeah. So the Kristen Punish music video was made
Oh
by me.
yeah,
Uh, yeah, yeah. I make video clips and I'm in the audio visual business kind of. I'm finishing my degree.
excellent,
Yeah. Um, but yeah, we made it. It was really only one day of production. We really wanted something that uh, accompanied the rhythm of the music, right? So lots of fast cuts. I think we achieved that, and we wanted really,
School.
yeah, an old school look, right? Because the whole kind of idea of the project. And yeah, we did that video, and we were planning to do another one, but since the COVID happened, right, we couldn't manage to do one. So yeah, we were kind of thinking of making a lyric video also for the release of the vinyl, but since we a lot of plans for next year, we're kind of we're planning to do some more videos next year. So we're saving the energy
well,
for
that's good
that.
to know. We have that to look forward to in the future.
Yeah, yeah, you
And
have.
you gentlemen, are you consider yourselves as being gearheads? Would you like to talk about your guitars?
Yeah, sure. So we recorded the album with my brother's guitar.
A Kramer Assault. Yeah, now it's like standard talking, so for people to know. Yeah, I use a Kramer Assault, and I usually use it with a Boss pedal Super Overdrive to give a little boost. And I have a PV amplifier, Transtube Combo, and yeah, that's it. I'm a simple guy. So, and now Michael Blade's gonna talk.
Yeah, I used to have a Jackson Randy Rhodes with Seymour Duncan SH1 and SH4 pickups, but then I think it was a year ago I switched it to a Les Paul Custom Pro, a white one. And yeah, I've been using that for a year now. And for an amplifier, I used I think it's
It's a
PV. I don't remember the Valve King. Yeah, because it's more for live performances, right? And I use Tube Screamer too to boost it up.
Very cool. Thank you for talking about that, guys.
Yeah,
And I want to ask you what you do when you're not doing the band. All right, so
Yeah, yeah,
Michael makes the video, and he's
yeah.
going to university
And
for that. I
I
got you
don't.
now. Basically, a filmmaker. You're going to school for that, or are you going to school for that, or you?
yeah. I'm in a university here in Lisbon. Yeah, I'm going to pursue that, the filmmaking. I'm trying. That's what I do kind of in my spare time. I also play in other projects of other styles, other genres. And yeah, I really like to read and just a normal.
And Lex, what do you do?
I don't do nothing. I'm just joking. I do a lot of stuff. I work as an IT. I'm a podcast editor too. I have a podcast called Heavy Metal Cast Portugal, and I write things sometimes in a magazine about metal here. And yeah, I think that's it. And I like to read too. Yeah, I think that's it. And I have a daughter, so I try to spend a lot of
Oh,
time with her.
congratulations! How old is your daughter? Very
2 years
young. Oh,
old.
wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations. I want to thank you, gentlemen, for spending time with us on tonight's Metal Meltdown on Metal Messiah Radio. I want to make sure that we got everything covered. So, that being said, if there's something else we could talk about that you want to get out there to the fans, please let's do so now.
Well, keep on supporting heavy metal, real heavy metal. And if you guys want us to, if you guys want us there, please tell us and talk to your local promoter, and let's do it.
Yeah.
And we want to thank Dave for this interview.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Thanks
It's
for
our
having
first
us.
time in America.
Well, it won't be the last either. I appreciate you being here, and I hope to get with you for all your future releases as well. Beyond what you just said, is there anything else that you'd like to say to your fans that are tuning in right now?
Keep hanging on. The shows will be back, and we'll be there too. Thanks for having us.
And keep safe. It's important to keep safe so that we can see us together
Yes, wear
again.
your mask and do the social distancing till the time is right to get out there and do shows, right?
Exactly.
Well,
Exactly.
thank you once again, Michael and Lex. I wish you and all Intoxical a great what's left of 2020 and a very happy new year. It'll be here before you know it. And may you have many years of success to come. I wish you guys the best. And like I said, you have an open door to come back on Metal Meltdown on Metal Messiah Radio. Every time you have a new release, you'll find a home here to talk about it. We're not just, we are,
Okay, thank you so much.
yeah, of course,
Thanks,
we're
man.
worldwide. So we are based in America, but we get heard around the world. So we're here to spread the word, and we love doing this. So thank you so much for this interview. And how about we go crank up some more Toxical now and crank it up real loud?
Thank you. Thank you.
Right.